Well, there you have it. The year's over. The final score in the final game was the Raiders 27, the Broncos 14, and for the fourth consecutive year, the Raiders have swept the Broncos, giving them an 8-game winning streak over us and also beating us 10 of the last 11 meetings. You know, something definitely needs to change in Denver, but I feel like this year, as this year ends, it's been more optimistic than it was the past several years. I mean, last year it looked like this team had no hope. They were lucky to even get six wins, I'd said, coming this year. But this year, I feel like this team is going on the right direction. They're missing something, and the thing they are truly missing is a franchise caliber quarterback. So again, shout out to the Raiders for your win. Shout out to Ash Raider, to the Black and Silver Way, G Money _ Raiders, my take, and all you Raider fans, you ended the year 8-9 just like we did, and we're picking one spot away from each other. We're the 12th pick. The Raiders are going to be a 13th pick entering this upcoming draft, and we're both going to be looking to draft a franchise quarterback. And there's going to be some big names coming out in this year's draft. But, the Raiders did it to us again with Aiden O'Connell. Even though Aiden O'Connell's playing some pretty good football, I don't think the Raiders are very sold on him, and they definitely want to draft a franchise quarterback like us. I mean, because I definitely don't think Russell Wilson is going to be coming back next year. And they only benched him these last 2 games because fear of injury. Because if he gets injured and he doesn't pass a physical on the upcoming NFL year, the new league years in March, they're due to owe him a $37 million bonus. And they don't want to owe him that. So that's kind of like what the Raiders did with Derek Carr last year, which coincidentally enough, Jarrett Stidham had to step in and replace him. But congratulations to the Raiders, and we both ended the season 8-9, and I think both our teams are in the right direction. The only difference is, and we're both just a quarterback truly away, because this year was a lot better than last year. I mean, you have to admit that. It was a lot better than last year. I mean, we went 8-9. I mean, it's been like forever since 2016, since we won 8 football games. But this year we ended our losing streak against the Chiefs, which thank God that finally happened. We ended our 16-game losing streak against them. And what was the best game of the year this year for us was our 21-point comeback versus Chicago. When we were down 28-7 entering the fourth quarter, we made that great comeback. The Bears decided to go for it on 4th down. We made that stop, and we would go and win the game 31-28. Our biggest play of the year, I would say, was Russell Wilson's, on 4th and 3, Russell Wilson's game-winning touchdown pass to Courtland Sutton to beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. That stop against the Bears was also another great play. Then P.J. Locke's interception versus the Packers. I mean, to seal the win. But I feel like we got the team. I just think defensively, we got to look at possibly also getting some linebackers, and we got to stop the run. We got to focus on great run stoppers, because that's been a problem for us this year, was we couldn't stop the run. So, we're going to have a great off season to look forward to. I mean, this is like the best season we have had in such a long time. And we got a really great offseason to look forward to. And the one thing, we're going to have to definitely make some cap space. I mean, players that we're probably going to part ways with, as much as I do like Jerry Jeudy, he's just a guy who's just inconsistent. Drop passes are still a thing for him, and I don't know if he's going to come back. I mean, yeah, they did pick up his fifth-year option, but are they going to be willing to bring him back? Because, he's a really great player, and I feel like drop passes are a thing, but it's almost like our quarterbacks we get never throw it to the receivers. It's like, okay, besides that, then we have but then there's Tim Patrick. I mean, I love Tim Patrick. He is one of the best. Well, he's one reliable wide receiver. But now he is going to be on the final year of his 3-year deal he signed. And right after he got that new deal, he has yet to play a game. He has suffered injuries back-to-back training camps, and he's had to miss the season back-to-back seasons. So I just don't see how we could justify bringing him back. But we got a lot of room to work with. And knowing Sean Payton, he is one of those head coaches that's going to come and he's going to address the problems. I mean, look at what they did. He did this last offseason. He went out there, he signed offensive linemen. Something this organization was not doing. Always sitting there and always never being too stubborn to address the offensive line, and it's hurt us. And it's like, this is a team that sits there and is consistently, put off the rebuild mode. See, that's the thing about it. We should have already rebuilt this team years ago. I mean, we should have already tried to draft a franchise quarterback. We did with Paxton Lynch, but he turned out to be a bust. I mean, we should have went out there like in 2017. We could have got Mahomes. See, that's the problem. And that's why this offseason, this upcoming draft, we got to look at with the 12th pick, getting a franchise quarterback. Because none of the quarterbacks we have on the roster are the future. But I believe that future franchise quarterback we could draft in this upcoming draft. So let me know what you think. What was the best play of the season from the Broncos? What was our best game? And do you believe this team is going in the right direction? And now we have a chance to prove we could rebuild this team.